What is going on, guys? Thank you so much for tuning in to episode 4 of the NFL Rumors podcast. My name is Tanner, podcast host here at NFL Rumors. Guys, thank you so much. We appreciate every single one of you. We're going to make sure we have no technical difficulties at the moment. So let me check Twitter and everything, make sure everything's smooth. But welcome, guys. We're going to be covering all the latest NFL news and rumors and all the really off seasons. There's been a lot of slow moments, but some big free agents to watch. Give me 1 second. I'm looking at your thing here. Still says it's not live on Twitter, but that's fine. We're live on YouTube. No one's watching it at the moment. You might want to check that, but I'll continue the stream if you want to just monitor your Twitter for me.
Yeah, sure. Sure thing. Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well.
Guys, so here with NFL Rumors, we have some obvious NFL rumors that we're going to go over. But let's talk about some of the latest news. I guess you could say the DeAndre Hopkins was released by the Cardinals. He's had a visit with the Titans. He's had a visit with the Patriots. And so far, it looks like as if, I guess the Titans have the upper hand. What do you think? Or is it the Patriots that do?
Well, I think kind of the Patriots do, right, at the moment. Because he did get a contract offer with the Titans. Those terms have not been released. But I would imagine the Patriots, one of the big things when you're looking at that is we talked about this previously, Tanner. The Bill O'Brien situation. We were wondering, like, he would be a great place to go to the Patriots if Bill O'Brien situation was good. This week, he said the Bill O'Brien was water under the bridge.
Oh, he did?
Right? So he doesn't worry with that situation. He's really likes Belichick, really still down with Bill O'Brien.
Yeah.
So, and they said, I think it was today, CBS Sports I seen, they said that he does have mutual interest in joining the Patriots if the contract is right.
So I heard he left New England without a contract offer, but I think he left Tennessee with a contract offer. Is that right?
Correct. Well, I think maybe a day or so they might have afterwards. Tennessee gave him a contract offer.
Yeah.
But looking at that, I think the Patriots, I feel that would have the upper hand because you got Belichick, you got Bill O'Brien, he's, went there and met those guys. The Titans, he has stayed with people that he knows too, Tanner. Like when you think about it, Mike Vrabel, the offensive coordinator in Tennessee was the same one they had with the Texans. He knows Bill O'Brien. So a lot of people there that he is familiar with. And it seems as of now, unless somebody jumps in here at the last second, it seems that he's going to either play for the Titans or the Patriots.
1 sec. Someone's, I think, at my front door. You go ahead and keep talking about the latest rumors real quick.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
Sorry about
We got another one that we're looking at and working on, and that's the big news of Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook was released by Minnesota. Everybody knew that when you're looking at that Miami would be a big player for him. And I think that is the case. I think Dolphins are the favorite to land him. There was rumors as well that the Cowboys were interested. There were rumors as well that the Broncos, but that's kind of phasing out a little bit. But the Bills were a name. But I think Miami is definitely on track to try to nab Dalvin Cook. The difference is right now Dalvin Cook is going to ask for a little bit more money than the Dolphins want to pay. I think he was looking like $10.4 million, somewhere around there. And that's right around the franchise tags of the running backs, and the running backs are having a lot of hard times getting paid right now. No problem. We were just talking about Dalvin Cook, and the Miami Dolphins is the most probable team, but there was a couple other teams that might be interested. But he is seeking over $10 million, and that's what franchise running backs cannot get paid much over right now.
Yeah, definitely the running back market is bad.
Hmm.
Like you're lucky to get over $10 million, and I think the franchise tag. What'd you say it was at?
I think it's right at 10, somewhere around there. And
Like
Dalvin
ten
Cook's
point
wanting
one or
10.
something.
Yeah, and he's wanting 10.4, what Barry Jackson said of the Miami Herald.
Yeah, see, that's like I don't know. Even Saquon is upset about his contract, but like you're just not going to get more. Running back is an easily replaced position. I want to say now. Not
Hmm.
saying like you're going to find these top tier free agent running backs or rookie running backs in every single draft that can produce these crazy numbers like some of these guys in the past. They're not going to be Hall of Famers, but you can find pretty consistent running backs. And now that the play style of the NFL is kind of transitioning to, stuff out of the backfield, using running backs by committee, splitting workloads, like you don't need to pay your running backs that much money when you
No,
can replace them with guys who can average 3.54 yards per carry.
yeah, you're talking about Saquon Barkley too. Like one of the big
Yeah.
names is like, I mean, he had a fantastic season. Yes, he had some injuries that kind of slowed him down until last year.
Yeah.
But one of the things you're talking about, he's even talking about if he doesn't get the contract that he wants, he's talking about sitting out the whole year.
I just think that's a waste of time. I mean, look at what happened to Le'Veon Bell. We should all use
Yeah,
that as an example.
yeah, definitely. But one of the things, if it was me, like if you're talking about like a franchise like the Giants,
Hmm.
like of course they cannot. Like a lot of people said, they should go get Dalvin Cook, because Barkley wants to hold out. But no, because you couldn't, because you would immediately have to trade Saquon Barkley if you played Dalvin Cook $10.4 million.
Yeah. Yeah, you would.
Yeah. So I mean, they're going to have to go with the running back that's cheaper priced if they're going to get if he's not going to play. But I don't see him not playing. I mean, I'm sure that they'll try to figure something out. But the running back market is really weak. A lot of the guys have been talking about it. Josh Jacobs, Najee Harris, Austin
Hmm.
Eckler.
Hmm.
Like that it is what it is in my opinion right now. Like until something changes, you know I think that's the reason Tony Pollard signed his franchise tag so quick.
Yeah, because there was already drama about, Zeke and everything. And then he saw, because this drama with Saquon was going on before he even signed that, before the offseason. So,
Yeah.
uh, yeah, Tony Pollard knows what's up. He's going to take that 10.1 million franchise tag and he'll probably re-sign, after the year, well, on a
Yeah.
decent deal at least.
Well, yeah, and I mean, I know nobody wants to play on the franchise tag. Don't get me wrong, but like,
Yeah.
I don't see where it's a horrible thing either, because you're going to get that $10 million, right? It's going to be you're going to get that money, and then you can. The difference is an injury, right? That's the big reason they don't want to be on the franchise tag. What if I get injured and then my career's gone?
Yeah.
Right. That's the big reason. But the way they're doing these running back contracts, Tanner, what they're
Hmm.
really doing, man, they're backloading them. Like they're giving them a couple million up front, and then they're backloading them. Where at the end of the contract, they're going to release them because that's where the money's at.
Exactly. Yeah. They know they're going to. That's smart with these teams negotiating it because get what you can, the best performance out of the first few years, backload the contracts, and then release them, and then not owe the remainder. You know what I'm saying? Like you'll still owe a little bit, and you'll still take a cap hit and all that, and you'll have to pay them out, but not guaranteeing so much money, stuff like that.
Yeah, Kirk Cousins is the king of the franchise tag.
Yeah.
Like I mean, he's made over 280 million dollars in his year in his career by just keep on going to the franchise tag.
Was he tagged by the Commanders?
Oh yeah, like every year until he couldn't be tagged no more.
So 2 years in a row he was tagged, and then they let him go, and he's been tagged two in a row by the Vikings.
Well, I think he signed an extension with the Vikings.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, that's the only team, but he was tagged almost every contract year he had until he went to the Vikings. Yeah, it
Mm.
was crazy, and he got paid bank in one of the years because it was a crazy number with the salary cap because it was like the last year that they could have him.
So basically, they're paying over 30-something million for Kirk Cousins every year.
Yeah, pretty much that's what the Commanders was doing. And then they weren't able to get a quarterback, right? Like they're right
Right.
now, as you know, looking at Sam Howell and hoping he is the heir apparent
Yeah.
there.
And I would like to go over someone that I know in camp
Cool.
um, for the Commanders. And it's rookie quarterback DJ Galat. I posted a video of him on Twitter. The dude has a lot of potential. I had spoken to him several times. And if you just look at Washington, their quarterback room is practically like inexperienced. I guess people seem to have some confidence in Sam Howell. I think they signed Jacoby Brissett, and he's been starter for several years. But it's like, to me, that room is totally open. The starting job should be open in Washington, and they really need to look at DJ's rookie quarterback. I want to say he's from Bowie State. I can't recall at the moment, but it was a small. I think it's a D2 school. So, but he's a dual threat athlete, and they
Okay.
need to look at him.
Well, one of the other things too, like the rumors around the camp is Jacoby Brissett is really playing well, but Sam Howell,
Yep.
a lot of people, a lot of players you talk to saying that he's definitely got the range right now,
Yeah.
on the job, but things can change when you go from camp till when you're in like the preseason and when you're actually practicing against other teams too.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see there what happens with all that. And another thing that we got to report yesterday, Malik Willis, who really got a lot of slack this whole off season, like
Mm-hmm.
he got hit hard almost in every area, where you heard. And but they said his OTAs has been as impressive as the Kentucky quarterback or better.
Will Levis.
Yep. So Malik Willis, according to reports, is just playing just as well as Levis is there.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, I don't think the Titans have any clue what they're doing. Um, Now that's like I said, the addition of DeAndre Hopkins is only going to help the team, but it's not going to make them a Super Bowl contender team. Now Traylon Burks does need that guy alongside, but they're still like a run first team. And they've never been able to pass the ball correctly and really have, like, they had AJ Brown. Don't get me wrong, he's a stud, but like they're just not that like Chiefs kind of aerial attack mode all the time. They have Derrick Henry. They're a run first team. I don't know. I just don't see the addition of D Hop as a Super Bowl threat. The Titans, to me, just don't have any idea what they're doing.
The Titans, I think that they are definitely. I do like some of the additions that they made on defense. The problem is they didn't make a lot of offensive additions, right?
Mm-mm.
So the defensive additions are really good. Like they added a linebacker for San Francisco who was probably going to shine in Tennessee, right? Because he was playing with Fred Warner and those guys there,
Jared
probably getting
Greenlaw.
covered up. Yeah, Dre Greenlaw. So that was probably getting covered up some of the headlines of what he was doing right there. So he's going to be really amazing there, in my opinion. But like you said, that offense there, they got to do some different stuff. They gotta use their new offensive coordinator and get him to push that ball down the field like the Texans did with D Hop. But Mac Jones, one of the things I do like Bill O'Brien's doing as we go back to D Hop is he's installing a lot of Alabama offense. See, that's what a good offensive coordinator does, right?
Yep.
They don't say, let me force this on you, right? They say, I'm going to put in a lot of stuff that we did at Alabama last year, Bill O'Brien. So Mac Jones is comfortable. So Mac Jones, in my opinion, could end up having having a really good year after having a really rough year last year. But in my opinion, too, Tanner, I don't think it was really Mac Jones' fault too much
No, I
because
don't think so.
he had a defensive coordinator calling offensive plays.
Yeah, and they kept him all season.
Yeah, man, that's rough. That's rough. I mean, he had this quarterback coach was a special teams coach.
What
You
were they
know,
thinking going into the season?
yeah, that was rough. I mean, now you got Bill O'Brien, who's no matter what you want to say about what he did as a head coach for the Texans, he still knows how to produce offense. He
Oh,
took
for
players
sure.
like Matt Schaub and made them 400-yard passers.
Yep.
Yeah, so he knows how to do it, right?
And
It's
he's
just,
helped lead Alabama to like championships in back-to-back years,
yeah,
and so he knows what he's doing. And having Mac Jones and him back together, it's only going to benefit the team.
yeah.
My problem is I kind of see the same situation with the Titans and the Patriots. If you put D Hop there,
Don't
there's never
push
like a
away.
solid number one guy. It's like they always spread the ball around. With
Yeah.
at least with like a Belichick offense, there's just
Mhm.
like unless you're talking about Randy Moss or someone or Gronk back in his prime, there's just no consistency as like to who's going to be getting the ball every single pass. Like when Aaron Rodgers was dropping back, he's looking for Aaron Rodgers. In a Belichick offense, you don't know.
Yeah, one of the things that I would have liked to seen D Hop go to the Chiefs in one essence, because I think like it would probably be pretty amazing watching Patrick Mahomes throw the deep ball to D Hop. Because of the talent that DeAndre Hopkins, even though it's pretty crazy, even though he was with the Cardinals last year and he went through a slew of quarterbacks, he was in the top for targets in the NFL.
Yeah.
So if you feed DeAndre Hopkins the ball, he's going to be great. You know what I mean? He's going to catch the balls. So, everything that he's going to need there. Where do you think about, I know you was a little bit out of the room there. What do you think about Dalvin Cook and where do you think he might go?
Um, Good question. Honestly, I can see, like we've talked about the Dolphins, as like the favorite to sign him.
Mm-hmm.
They have like to me a good running back room.
Mm-hmm.
They have a lot of like talented running backs there, but they don't have that true solid RB1 or someone that they trust to be RB1. So
Right.
Dalvin Cook could be that guy there. They know his injury history and they have backups to help him out. For a sleeper team, I actually see the Jets.
Okay.
Now, that
Because of
could
Brees
be,
Hall.
yeah, because of Brees Hall is still up in the air. There's been reports saying he'll be ready, and then there's reports he won't be ready for week one. And they have that other, is it Zonovan Knight
Mm-hmm.
or Donovan Knight or something like that? And is it Carter?
Yeah, Michael Carter from North
Michael
Carolina.
Carter is there as well. And I think he's fantastic. Both of those guys are fantastic. But whether you're choosing them or Dalvin Cook, you're probably going to choose Dalvin Cook. And I think Cook wants to win. I think he'll choose a team friendly deal. I
Mm-hmm.
really do.
Yeah, and I'm gonna let you pronounce the last name as always, my good friend. But one of the top
Yannick
free agents.
Ngakwe.
Yeah, you know it. You know it. There it
Yeah.
is. But yeah,
Yeah.
I don't want to badger this guy's name. I'm just being
Yeah.
honest. Yeah,
No, I
but
get it.
he changed his agent
Yes.
and he wants to sign with the team that has a chance to go to the Super Bowl, right? He produced over 8 sacks last year. It's not that he's a slouch, and nobody wants to sign him. That ain't what it is. I mean, he's just looking for the right situation to
Yeah.
go to. I think that is huge. If he could go to a team that could really use him, I mean, the Ravens is a team he played for before. There's been some people that speculated that. Um, I would say a lot of people thought Bears might be a team, but he said that he wanted to be for sure with somebody that was going to be a chance for a Super Bowl. And like the Bears are going to be much improved. Don't get me wrong, but they're not like linked up to a Super Bowl just yet.
No, I don't
Yeah,
think so.
uh, I would say maybe the Chiefs could be a team that might be interested in him.
Because they lost Frank Clark, right?
Right. So I think looking at that, I think Drew Rosenhaus will definitely get him a team pretty soon. I think I think that's going to be very interesting free agent move because he's one of the top free agents out there still. So I think it'll be something to watch. You got Dalvin Cook, you got D Hop, got Yannick. There's still quite a few decent players out
You
there.
got Leonard Fournette, Ezekiel Elliott. Now, I don't think he's great, but I think he's still a popular name.
Yeah, Fournette signed with the Bills a little bit ago.
What?
So, yeah, not Fournette, but Leonard Floyd.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about Leonard Fournette.
Yeah, there you go. I was mixing these up. Yep.
Okay, I was like, what?
Yeah. So
What did I miss?
Leonard Fournette, yeah, he'll be a good one too. Ezekiel Elliott. I know a lot of people are not reporting this and stuff, but I just got a feeling that some way he's going to end up with the Chargers.
Who do you feel?
Ezekiel Elliott because of Kellen Moore.
Oh, yeah?
Moore, yeah. I mean, I could see Kellen Moore being like, hey, let's give Ezekiel a run. They don't know what's going to happen with Austin Eckler, right? I mean, they know he's going to produce next year on the field, right? They do.
Yeah.
They definitely know that. But, taking some wear off of him, give Zeke some carries. And, I mean, he already knows the offense and things of that nature. So, I mean, I think the Chargers could definitely be a team that could be interested in him.
That's actually not a bad connection. I forgot about Kellen Moore. I didn't think about that. I would put that up there as like one of the top. I don't want to say sleepers, but predictions.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good prediction there.
And as we head into training camp, you will definitely want to be tuned into the podcast, want to be tuned into our Twitter accounts, because they will. And normally, we nail some of these predictions, right? And the predictions of camp casualties.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they'll have that coming up because remember, you got rookies that came on that's going to be probably taking people's jobs, and they might want this person that's out there if they don't think somebody's doing a great job there. So you're going to have some surprising camp casualties. They always are.
We've already had some.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Who was the former Jags running back that just got released by the Patriots? James Robinson. He looked freaking incredible. Yeah, he looked incredible for the Jags, and then I guess he just never got the starting opportunity again. Went to the Jets. Mm-hmm. I don't think he had a very good tenure there, but didn't really get any carries or something. Right. And then signed a 2-year or 3-year deal with the Patriots, and then was released maybe 2 months later.
Yeah, one of the big seasons, we've been talking about a lot, is Trey Lance has been looking pretty good for the Niners, right? Everybody's been saying that he's been looking pretty good. So has Sam Darnold. They think that Brock Purdy could be ready for Week 1. So really, it's up in the air who might be starting against the Steelers in opening weekend.
I see them having, I don't know. It's always a carousel there, so I just imagine that they continue the carousel. It might be Sam Darnold Week 1.
Could be. It wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me at all. He'll go with the hot hand, just like a running back.
Yep.
Whoever's doing the best until Brock Purdy's ready, to go. But that will be some interesting stuff there that we got going on. I was trying to think up since we haven't talked a bit for some news. If you're into the fantasy, which we are, DJ Moore, we're hearing is killing it in the camps for the Bears, right? So these might be something that you want to keep your eye on as you have your fantasy draft.
And the fact that the Bears are allegedly not happy with Chase Claypool.
Yes.
So your number 2 wide receiver might be out, or number 3, whatever he is there.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of speculation over that in the last 24
What if that's
hours.
a cap casualty there?
That could be. I would definitely hate that for the Bears if that's a cap casualty, because that's going to be a horrible trade for your GM, because they gave up a second-round pick. Which
was it a second?
Yeah, and really, because it was really like a first-round pick if you think about it, Tanner, because what happened, one of the teams got their draft pick away. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it's really like a first, and that pick ended up being Joey Porter Jr. So, that could be a really bad deal, because Joey Porter Jr.'s Boucher's playing lights out in Steelers camp. So, everybody even classified him maybe as one of the top corners in the draft. So, man, I that could be a really bad trade if that's what happens. I know Josina Anderson was talking about, and a couple other people reported this as well. The Commanders have an interest in Kareem Hunt. I would assume because Eric Bieniemy was there with them with the Chiefs.
Yep.
And that was a very, very interesting thing. I'm going to tell you something like, the old saying, if you guys watched Family Guy, you know what grinds my gears. You know what I mean? A couple of these NFL players have came out and said they didn't give all for their team last year.
Why would they say that?
Yeah, I mean, that usually don't happen. Like, usually it's like an answer like, yeah, I did my best, and, just came up short. But we had Derek Carr apologized to the Raiders for not giving his best last season. Not only
was he saying he didn't give his best or that he could have done better? Those are two different things.
Yeah, well, the quote was he apologized for the Raiders for not getting his best last season. That was the exact quote. Not getting his best. So if I'm reading that, I'm thinking that he, didn't give his best, right? I mean, he was frustrated. Let's be honest. He was frustrated too at the end of the year with Josh McDaniel.
Who wouldn't be?
Yeah. One of the other guys that actually did come out, like, say it blatantly, like we can move that Derek Carr situation, how he said it, but the Kendrick Bourne of the Patriots, he flat out said that he did not give the Patriots his best.
I believe that.
I do too with their offensive coordinator situation.
And I'm sure he butts heads with coaches there like Belichick because he's just a hard-headed coach and doesn't take, attitude, I guess.
Mm-hmm. You got it.
I don't know.
You got it. Couple sad notes we just want to pass along to you. One of the biggest ones that we reported yesterday, which is really sad, is Ray Lewis's son, who was only 28 years old, passed away. As of now, I don't think there's a cause of death yet. But we're really sorry to hear that about his family. We know Ray Lewis is, just like any other father right now, is, definitely all about his family, and we know he's going to have a rough Father's Day. So our prayers are with you, Ray, for sure.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. 28 is too young.
Yeah, one more thing that we got, like this was kind of reported earlier today. I think we posted not long ago. Deion Sanders could end up having his foot totally amputated,
right?
Yeah, totally amputated.
I saw that. That sucks, but
yeah,
I don't know was it because of an injury? Does he have circulation issues?
I think it was something, if I'm not mistaken. I'd have to read up on a little bit about the details, but I think he had some things from an injury that he had, and it just kept on getting worse. And I think he had to be in a hospital at one time, maybe a year or so ago, or maybe less than that. And I even seen him on the sideline limping on crutches before. So, I think it's just a lingering thing, and it seems that whatever's going on there that is a really bad deal for him. It looks like he might have to get that amputated, possibly. That would be sad.
What a punch for team morale there.
Yeah, and one of the things I want to tell you is one of the Raider insider guys told me, and it seems very likely to happen, as we reported a couple of days ago. The Ravens, Marcus Peters, one of the top cornerbacks still left in free agency. The Raiders seem to be likely to sign him to.
Really? I haven't heard that.
Yep. Raiders seem likely to sign Marcus Peters. So one of the Raiders guys told me that, pretty trustworthy guy that tells us a lot of Raider stuff. And Marcus Peters meets the silver and black. I'm just being honest.
He does. It would look really good on him.
Yeah, he just does the silver and black. He comes with that attitude. I mean, remember last year with his head coach?
Yeah.
Yeah, like they was going after it, man. Yeah. So, one last thing that, and if you after this, Tanner, see if you got anything else to talk about there,
Okay.
is Stephon Diggs. Some good news for the Bills. Looks like he got his uh, information miscrossed with the coaching staff, or the communication wasn't right. There are multiple reports out there saying different things, but whatever happened, the coach said now that they're in a good place after they sat down and talked to him. Josh Allen even said that it was a communication issue.
Well, I mean, they were also, yeah, he missed the first day of mandatory camp, but he was like in town or at team facilities, I think. So like, people just jump to conclusions for no reason or something.
Yeah, and I think it was a $7K fine because he missed that too.
Really?
Yeah, so at the end of the day, when it comes to the money situation, there, that's you'll see a lot of that, right? And
No, what's crazy is that you can just afford to forfeit $7,000 like it's nothing.
yeah, man. I mean, a normal person can't, right? For sure.
No.
A normal. I had one person on the account that actually private messaged me and just told me there's like, hey, thank you for all the news. We definitely been following you for a long time, and I was like, thank you. And they was like, you know what bothers me? And I was like, what bothers you? And he was like, how that somebody says $10 million ain't anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, that bothers me, man, because I'm never gonna make $10 million.
No.
Yeah,
You wouldn't even make that in your lifetime.
right. Some people will make $1 million. Let's be honest. Like some people, but like the majority, like they might make $1 million, bring home during their whole life, working 20, 30 years, but they'll never see that $1 million.
No.
Never. Right. So that's what he was talking to me, that kind of really frustrated him. But, we know those guys are getting paid a lot and things like that. And we hope that, everybody gets the contract that they deserve, the pay rate that's going at right now. Definitely. But I think a lot of people's got the same sentiment as he did that messaged me. It's like, hey, man, don't complain about $10 million.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I
wouldn't
think
be.
that frustrates fans when you think about that, because the reason I think that frustrates fans is, they work really hard to come to the game,
Mm-hmm.
and for somebody to shy $10 million, man, that's it kind of hits them hard. You know what I mean? Because that they work hard to put that money away to go to that game.
Yeah, it's just silly. It's silly that these guys will negotiate these contracts or sit out for, maybe instead of 10.1, $10.8 million. I'm like, dude, stop. Like, count your blessings. Take the money.
Definitely,
Like, playing
definitely.
football for a living is a privilege.
Exactly. And I think that's what one of the things that Tom Brady said. Yes, Tom Brady's made a lot of money. True, but he has, like, if you really think about it, Tom Brady's done amazing things on the field when nobody ever thought he would. Right. And Tom Brady, one of the things he told the rookies this year, Tanner, was
Mhm.
like, make sure that you know that it's a privilege to play in the NFL. Like, you're 1% of the world.
Yep.
Yep. So I think
He
it was a good
said he
message.
said it doesn't matter if you're first overall pick, second, or last. He's like, you have a rookie contract. It's gonna end. So play well enough to keep getting re-signed, basically.
Yeah, definitely. And one of the tweets I was going to tell you as we're getting ready to close up shop today, guys, after we kind of conclude with some final thoughts, just retweeted out a great video Tanner had on the rookie we was just talking about. So make sure
DJ
that,
Galat
yeah,
or
make sure
Let.
that you take a look at that if you get a chance. Looks like it's got about 36,000 views already. So,
Wow.
yeah, so make sure that you take a look at that when you get a chance.
Yeah, I appreciate that, and I know he will too. He's a good guy. He's been very nice to me so far, and happy to help him out anyway. Um, Guys, one quick thing before I go for the episode is we want to talk about the website. Hopefully, going to have some more coverage on there for the NFL. Really going to get some content on there and interact with you guys more, and just going to be adding a lot. There's a lot of good things coming for NFL Rumors. I think you guys are going to really enjoy it.
Definitely. Like Tanner said, we got a lot of things happening with the site, a lot of different things coming up, a lot of different content out there. We appreciate definitely being one of the top sites. Actually, we had want to give a shout out to all the wonderful people. Without you, it wouldn't be possible. We're 90 percentile of all the sports accounts on GoDaddy.
That is insane.
Yep. So appreciate that. Appreciate that. And we love that. We love that. We love the interaction. We love everybody following the account. We can't thank you enough. I know we're going to get more. Me and Tanner had a busy schedule with doing a lot of things, but we're going to get back to it where we come back weekly for you for everything with the camps heating back up now. And but we got all your NFL news here, definitely in one place. Make sure that you're following Tanner. He's got a lot of good stuff. He's got a lot of good stuff that I don't even got, right? So
Oh yeah.
yeah, make sure you're following him on Twitter, Instagram, hitting all that. Make sure if you're not following NFL Rumors on Twitter, to hit us up there, right? And we'll get back into these YouTube shorts as we get closer to camp and things like that. But we missed you guys. We can't wait to see some of the interactions and see how you like the video today.
Absolutely, guys. Thank you so much for your time. Hopefully you enjoyed the episode. Can't wait to wrap up this off season and move on to season 2 of the NFL Rumors podcast. It's going to be very, very exciting. We'll see you guys next week. We're going to try to get more consistent. Like we said, we got a lot going on in personal lives, but also a lot going on for NFL Rumors as a brand.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.